All right. Hello and welcome to Rise of the Runelords from the Lee 6113 Guild. We're on session 20 and the first session of book 2. Last session you managed to book 2. You managed to survive a dastardly and dangerous encounter with Nualia Tobin, the demonified Asimar, as well as her lovable pup. You explored around in the second subterranean level and managed to narrowly escape a large creature within one of the furthest rooms
I still say we go
from the entrance.
That thing's too dangerous to live.
Returning home, it takes a while, but while you are making your way to, one Dedrin and Artanis made their way into Sandpoint for the first time, with a quick little exposure to each other once everyone had returned. Didn't seem to interact too much, which is okay. But you have all leveled up to level 4 and are all ready for some shopping and priming and resting and whatever else you need before who knows what sets in. And let's hope this works. All right. Got some ambience going on. Well, yes, thank you. Sorry, some cat issues.
Cat issues?
Rhymes with that.
Oh, cat.
Yeah. Cat issues.
Fair.
Before we get started in the morning, we do have to rewind a little bit to last evening, with Ver heading out to the Goblin Squash stables, at the very least, and running into Harsk.
Hello, Harsk. Or hello there.
Yep. And manning the stables and using some leatherworking tools is a male human, dark black hair, and he looks over at you and kind of gives a double take before.
I'm leaning up, leading Hope up.
Right. Before setting his things down and taking off his gloves. How can I help you? Can't say I've seen your kind around here.
Yeah, I just came. I just arrived. Any rate, this pretty one needs a saddle, a military one, and a couple of saddlebags.
Yeah. Let me just see what I have. And he runs around in the back, and it's not like it's closed off, but there's various items in the way, or like tables and such.
There.
Here's some you hear like a bucket fall over, and some shuffling of items, and then he rounds the corner again, holding onto a pretty large saddle with some extra attachments. Of course, the barding.
I didn't actually buy that because she's not proficient.
Oh, right.
Just a military saddle and some saddlebags.
Okay, right. Scratch that. It's just the saddle.
I'll do some RP when I have more downtime to get her used to some armor.
Yeah. Well, he does come out with the saddle, and then nods at you as if, and then calls out, "May I try this on? See how it fits?"
Sure. What's the price? It looks beautiful.
Oh, no
28
way!
gold.
I just looked at this, and saddle is right at the top of the page. Incredible. Sorry. Well, that that should be about 28 gold with saddlebags.
Wonderful. Here you go, my good sir. Sorry about the copper.
We see, we're not that big of a town. We see copper and silver all the time.
Well, you'll have a lot of change now.
Yeah.
As I hand over 1,800.
Right. Of course. So, you trade your 4 bags, and he is this man, Daverin Hosk, is fitting the saddle onto Hope and arranging the saddlebags and such. And then he dusts himself off. Well, there you are.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure doing business with you, and feel free to come back.
One more thing.
Yes.
If I need some feed for her. Just maybe a week's worth.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's gonna be quite a bit, isn't it? Yeah, maybe 3 days worth or something.
A rough week's worth would cost you about 3.5 silver. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, but it's a lot of weight though, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Why don't you give me another saddlebag? 4 gold, right?
That'll work for me. Okay. 4 gold and
that's where we'll keep her food.
3.5 silver, and you can have the feed for a week.
All right, let's just get that bought. So gear. Yes. Any rate, I buy all that, and I ask him do you know of any wizards and famous wizards that might entertain a bargain?
Wizards.
Yes.
Well, I suppose there is Vorvashali. He hangs around the feathered serpent.
Oh, I'm sorry, good sir. How much was that feed again?
35 copper.
Okay. 35 copper. I gave you all my copper. What a curious conundrum. Alright, so 35 copper. 35 copper. Okay, and alright. So, I'm sorry, you said again his name?
Vorvashali Voon, up at the feathered serpent.
Okay,
And
whereabouts is that?
actually, he probably would have said down at the. He gives you some loose directions. Down Market Street and then take a right onto Rum Street, which Market Street is where the Rusty Dragon is.
Alright. So that's where I'm headed. Good doing business with you, Harsk. And I leave.
Cool. Okay, so you make your way back down to the street and past the Rusty Dragon, almost all the way out of town, where you find Rum Street here. And off to your right in this odd-looking building right here is where you see a sign for the Feathered Serpent.
Ah. What does it look like?
Well, this cramped and cluttered shop smells of a strange mixture of incense, spice, and dust.
Smell it already. Good old bookstores.
Okay. It seems a bit dusty. The windows have not been cleaned, and that gives a yellowish tint within the building, which is amplified by it being evening time. And then out from behind a nook comes an exotic-looking character with bright blue eyes, long red hair, and almost bronze-colored skin. And he looks at you with
A grin.
yes, quite a grin. Oh, hello, sir. How are
Hello.
you today?
I am in a bartering mood. How about you?
Bartering, say. Well, I do have many items for sale.
All right. Well, I have.
What are you looking to give? I suppose.
Well, it's a couple tiers of things that I need done. I lay down. I take out the bastard sword and lay it on the counter, and say, I need to trade this to make my sword this sword on my back, masterwork, and a +1. Magical, more fancy and magical, pretty much.
Well, I am not very useful with a hammer, I will say, but
Well, I mean, all you have to
can,
do is cast spells.
yes, I have struck bargains with the blacksmiths in town.
I would expect nothing less of a man of your eminence.
Oh, you are too kind.
Some
I
say.
will say though, while I am not very good with understanding these weapons, yours is not very ready to be enchanted.
Yes,
You
I
may
would
need a
need.
new one.
I would need either that, or if a certain great mage knew a certain spell to make it ready for enchantment. That would be appreciated. It's got sentimental value to me.
Oh dear. Hmm. Yeah. Taps his head and stares real intently.
I look back.
Alright.
No worries. Take your time, friend. I'll stay a while and listen.
Okay. It seems that your your great sword
It
has
is great.
seen some use. What state did you find it in?
Oh, it was freshly forged.
Um,
It's been seeing a lot of work recently.
I see. Well, unfortunately, okay. Here's how it is. I can absolutely put a spell onto your sword.
Nice.
But it needs to be a new sword.
Well, I mean, considering the amount you could sell this sword for, I suppose you could offer. I suppose I could get. I wonder if they would. I wonder if they have a large one available right now.
I am willing to do a joint deal with Mr. Corvat. I can do the enchanting and perhaps collect your magic sword here, he says, looking at the bastard sword.
I bet you could sell this for more if you claimed it had historical significance.
Oh, yes. What kind of significance are we talking?
I don't know. I just got it.
Oh. Well, that would explain why you would like to barter it off.
Yeah.
Hmm. And why don't we take a visit to the Red Dog Smithy and get that checked out?
All right. I've got more work for him too. If he's a bowyer.
A what?
Bowyer. Person who makes bows.
Oh, that tracks.
Right.
Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Okay. He puts up a sign. That says he'll be like out on lunch and back in 30 minutes or so, and then just starts walking.
I say, hey, would you would you like to sit on my horse while we go, so you don't have to walk?
No, I need the exercise, and
Very well.
I'm not a big fan of horses.
Hope kind of nuzzles him a little bit. Snorts.
Okay. So you guys make your way to area 15, which is this is 15. There we go. So this little square on the corner, which is just below. So also this one. And you step in to the Red Dog Smithy, where you first see several, well, in this case, just two large red mastiffs who are just sleeping and lounging, and they raise their heads at you as you walk in.
I scritch him.
The Red Dog Smithy is run by a bald and powerfully muscular man.
Naturally.
Also human. But as you walk in, you can absolutely hear him banging away in the back. And
Ting.
Vashali speaks up.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Das Corvette! Mr. Corvette! And the tings stop, and he rounds the corner. What do you want, Voon? Oh.
Howdy. We've come to make a barter with you.
Huh. How so?
I need a new sword. I have a sword that doesn't fit me. I'll trade it to make my sword into a +1, but I need a large great sword from you. About this size. He pulls it off his back and lays it down. And also a large longbow if you have one.
Can't say I have a large longbow, but I do have longbows around.
No, it's okay.
Is,
I need a
this-
large one.
This will have to be a custom build. I don't make great swords this big. People don't. And he gestures to your arms.
Have that.
Yeah. But it should only take maybe a day to make.
Okay. So would you be willing to make it in trade for this magical bastard sword?
Of course.
All right. Wonderful.
And why is he here? And he points to.
He needs to put the finishing touch on it.
All right. That'll take some extra care, but I can get you a master crafted giant great sword, a very great sword.
The greatest.
And he snatches up the sword and takes a look at it, inspects it, swings it around a little, nods at you, and then side eyes for Vishali, walks into the back.
Did you want to get in here, Vishali? Do you want to put a piece of this? You're the finder after all.
I'll just put the enchantment on it when your sword is
you are
done,
too kind.
and we'll see how we can split the commission price of the sword that you've brought us.
Yes, indeed.
Come by when you have your sword ready. And he quickly shuffles out of the blacksmith and makes his way back to the Feathered Serpent, leaving you waiting for your commissioned greatsword.
And does he have like a waiting area? He said it was going to be ready tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it may, based on costs, only take like 4 hours, but with no other incentives and needing a fair bit of material for this, it's going to take him his work day.
I'll throw him 30 gold. Extra.
All right, he'll stay on task and he'll get it to you right in the morning, seeing as it is evening.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was expecting. I'll see you in the morning.
Grunts to you, takes a long swig of whatever is in his bottle, and then steps off to grab some metal, brings it up to his anvil and workbench, and like sets aside whatever he was working on previously, thanks to that 30 gold. Now get out of here. I'll be done.
I'm going. Jeez.
Okay, so sword is in progress for you. Did you have anything else going on?
I'm gonna go riding.
All right.
For
go riding.
For a couple hours. Breaking the saddle.
Right, and then going riding, and then coming back, and then we have all of our evening things, and in the morning, I'm actually going to ask Dedrin and Artanis what you two would like to be doing.
So I know Dedrin wants to get in with the authorities, so he and I will probably head to the precinct at some point, right? I don't know what his plans are exactly, but I know Artanis wants to look for materials in Junker's Edge.
Right.
Specifically, like good-sized handles, either for 2 hands or 1 hand, and saw blades. Workable saw blades and large pieces of metal that I can work with. And I'm hoping that the guy that was there is like the custodian of Junker's Edge or something, and that he might know where I can find.
Oh, Gorvy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the trash collector.
Oh, perfect. He probably knows where I can find all sorts of stuff. So I might want to.
Certainly.
Yeah, I might want to meet up with him.
And Dedrin wants to be a bit new plans have formed. Dedrin wants to be a bit more pimpin' before heading to the precinct, and so he will lead Artanis to the Junker's Edge, and before he leaves, he just gives a little tap on the manacles that he has on his belt as just a lovely reminder. And then Dedrin is going to pay a visit to a blacksmith for a couple things, hopefully. Specifically, possibly, I've already figured out how I can talk it into it. Possibly upgrading his pistol and then working on another weapon while his pistol is being made.
I just got dropped off at daycare.
I mean, you have the means to make. If you get the raw materials, you get it for half the price.
That's why I'm going to a blacksmith who has the materials.
You're gonna say, "Yo, let me rent your shit."
Yeah, let me just get your workbench hot quick while you work on this other thing that I'm paying you for.
Right. Well, in that case, I am going to assist Artanis a bit first, so let's stop this and bring out this, as you are much closer to the shoreline. And these two are the only ambiances that I was able to get in before the game, so be happy.
I mean, I'm happy. That's good enough.
But yeah,
I would think like the sound of children laughing and giggling and like playing around would be kind of disconcerting in a junkyard.
Man, don't worry, tetanus doesn't exist.
No, obviously not. It's not listed in the diseases. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of keep an eye out for the guy, since I didn't get to like introduce myself last time. But I'm gonna be looking around for saw blades, probably like old horseshoes, maybe old maps, stuff like that.
All right. Go ahead and give me 3 perception checks, just sort of as time is going on.
Sure, I can do that. So 1, 2. Hold on. 2 and 3.
Oh no! You
3.
You had 3. I don't know what kind of advantage you're talking about, but
I didn't see the last one. Like I was on a different tab, so I didn't realize that 3 had already come up.
Okay. Well, 21 is your lowest. So honestly, as a 21, that's just gonna take you a decently long time. However, with a 28, 27, and 21, you're able to find quite a few things throughout the morning, and it's probably about a couple hours that you look around, but you're able to find some horseshoes and some poles and some maps and a couple saws. So yeah, you're pretty successful.
Yay.
It took you the longest. You found a stride, and you were a bit successful, but following which, everything around you just everything looked like trash that you couldn't even use. Like it was just garbage. But once you found something else, you picked up right where you left off, and you were able to clamber around and pick up a few things and drop them off on top of the cliff.
Okay. And did I ever see the guy?
Yeah, you would have heard, or maybe even smelt Gorvy before anything. But yeah, he's in and around his shack.
Well, in that case, I'm probably gonna like gather my stuff. Is there like a trolley, like a smelly or old trolley that I can use to kind of pile the stuff in and like push towards the shack?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that, and I'll kind of knock on the metal shack, I'm assuming, in my head. Or the wooden shack, whichever. But,
Either
excuse me.
works. Yeah. Sticks his head out and,
yeah,
it's,
you're the guy from before. I have all this junk that I'm kind of hoping to make stuff with. Would you happen to know where I can find tools to work on this stuff?
work on that.
Yeah.
So I guess that depends what you want to do with that. There's plenty of tools around here. I got a couple, if you consider these, and he shows you some very ramshackle items that he uses for himself.
Those will probably work just fine, since I'm proficient in improvised items.
Oh yeah, that's true. Sure. Come on in. Slaps you on the back. Give me a fortitude save.
I will make a fortitude save, and I will probably fail the fortitude save.
8. Ooh, you might have to do your work outside. It smells really bad in here. Like, really bad.
Yeah, sure. Sir, you got a bench outside? I might need some space.
Too strong for you?
A little bit.
Not really. Then he just picks up one of his tables and walks out with you. I'm Gorvy. And he holds out a hand. Not clean at all.
I'm gonna shake it anyway. I've been digging through the trash.
And you see quite a strong arm, but there's a heavy half-orc and heavily tattooed along his arms and pretty much all over. Have fun. And he goes back inside his shack to do whatever he's doing. Okay, so you are working on that in the morning. Let's go to Artanis, or not Artanis, Dedrin. My bad.
Okay.
Would you be asking around for where the blacksmith is, or just like, how are you getting there? Or trial and error, or?
I would probably ask around.
All right, I guess a diplomacy check.
This has totally not failed me before.
Oh yeah, right. Again, despite having seen some odd individuals recently with the bout of adventurers, you are not just odd, you are also goblinkin. And one person gives enough time to loosely point you in a direction, but otherwise you're kind of on your own. You find it is say, somewhere in here is roughly, and I realize I circled and put it at the epicenter, but roughly in that area is where you were pointed.
Okay. Then I guess I'd just go walking around looking for signs.
Okay. In that area. What is in that area? Okay. That area. You're walking around and you're seeing some residential areas, some residential houses. Stumble upon 13 and 14. You see Risa's place, which looks like another tavern, as well as Rovanki Tannery. But eventually you stumble upon the Red Dog Smithy, which probably is going to be your best bet.
Alright. Well, I will pay them a visit and go on it.
Much like there the day before, who may or may not have already paid a visit. We'll get back to that. You enter and you hear a man in the back working away. He pays you no attention, but there are also 3 large red mastiffs, and they all look at you and keep their eyes on you. Not in a malicious way, just they're looking.
Yeah. I'd probably make myself, do my best to make myself known by, doing the whole cough thing. And then walk in, make myself known and say, good morning there, friend. I would like to commission an upgrade for my weapon, if possible.
You do, huh? Cling, cling.
Yes, and if it wouldn't be too much to ask while you're working on an upgrade, if possible, to also pay you for some of your own materials and take a swing at one of your workbenches myself. I need arms while you work on mine.
He stops what he's doing and comes around to the front. And what makes you think that you can use my facilities?
One would be the gold in my pocket, and 2 would be my own skill at crafting certain items. I would pay you handsomely for the materials. I just need a little something to defend myself with, while if you agree to upgrade my own weapon.
What per se are you looking to upgrade?
I will pull from my holster my pistol. And I would explain that I would like to get a few more barrels attached to it.
Hmm. Well, this place isn't cheap. If you want to do your work in here, that'll be 50 gold a day.
That is acceptable. I would not be long with my own project anyways.
Alright. In that
And,
case, Yeah, go ahead.
If it isn't clear, I'm trying to upgrade my own pistol into a pepper box.
Yep.
And if possible, I would try and bring the price down for the pepper box, considering I'm giving him, like, the main weapon anyways, and on top I would be paying him for any materials. You know, my gold will go to him for the materials to make a second weapon myself.
Well, cost is actually half of the base price, plus materials. So, let me pull this up.
Because I pay him to upgrade the pepper box, and then myself, while, however long it takes to make the pepper box, I would like to craft myself a pistol sword cane. I want to be pimping.
We'll see what we can do with that, unless you found it. Pepper box is 3,000 gold, so it is 1,500 gold to make, which includes the material. I think you are able to gunsmithing. Craft. For the cost in raw materials equal to half the price of the firearm. Okay. Following additional benefit, you can use this feat to repair and restore your initial battered weapon. Okay. Yeah. So it would cost you for materials 1,500, so 1,500 gold pieces. And it would definitely take you tinkering the entire day. I don't know if there's like a check. I don't think there should be.
I think it's like a gunsmithing. There's a gunsmithing check.
No,
Yeah.
You don't need to make a craft check to create firearms.
Ah, there. I remembered it was something like that.
Yeah, as long as I have a gunsmith's kit, which I made sure to have.
You do not need to make a craft check to create firearms and ammunition or to restore firearms if you have access to a gunsmith kit. Okay.
But my thought process is I give him the pistol to upgrade, and then I perhaps make a smaller pistol that I have for myself while it takes the day or two for him to craft.
Well, your original firearm is only worth scrap, so 40-10 gold pieces. Says so right here. This starting weapon can only be sold for scrap.
Do you have you spent the 100 gold to get it to masterwork?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to sell it. I want him to upgrade it.
I mean,
Oh.
Like have him put the parts onto it, and then we just change pistol to pepper box in my inventory.
Oh, well, if all in all there is a net one gun that we're talking about, yes, we can do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. At least for the pistol, my current pistol, I wanted him to put extra barrels onto it
Okay.
to turn it into a pepper box.
So, let's see. It would be... Oh, wait, that is the cost. Oh. Okay, so that's not the price. That is the cost. It is 3,000 gold pieces, which would be fashioning and using materials. You have a few materials with you, so it's mostly just the fashioning. Let's just, I don't know, drop 500 off of it because you have a base, so 2,500 gold pieces, and you will be successful using your gunsmithy kit to be able to create your pepper box with a day's work. Does that sound fair?
You know what? Yeah, okay, I'm actually fine with this. I'm gonna ignore the pimp and sword cane. I don't need it. I'm fine taking a day's work while Artanis rumbles around in dirt and trash and garbage. Yeah. So, how much gold to take up to upgrade it into a pepper box?
2,500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Had you upgraded your starter weapon yet?
I don't think he has.
I had not, but I'm currently turning it into a pepper box.
If you you can turn it into a masterwork for 100 gold.
300.
Oh, 300, is it?
301 day of work to upgrade to a masterwork firearm of its type.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
That
I
makes
will
sense.
do that when it is turned into a pepper box.
There you go.
Okay.
So I'll spend my time working at the workshop.
Okay, so that would be 2 days, so an extra 100 gold for rent, and then 300 for the masterwork, and then the 2,500 for the pepper box with reusing some materials.
So what's total?
2,500, 2,800, 2,900.
Alright, I'm a rich boy. I can afford it.
Dang.
Homie, listen, I was given a certain amount of money to spend on starting gear. I only spent about 2,000 of it.
Dang.
And so I'm rolling it in cash right now. Yeah, I'll spend some time making that, and actually there was another thing that I saw that I'd love to make, even if I can only make one of. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. I need to get another feat, I think. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just working on my pepper box.
Okay. So that is your time. Artanis, you are working on your stuff. I might as well get you to make some crafting checks with your loose improvised tools.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure how I want to run that, but...
Well, I'll make my craft rolls while you're
Yeah.
thinking about that. Not
Okay.
bad.
So
How many? Or is that?
I think there were specific rules for creating improvised weapons.
Okay.
What sort of weapon is the goal? Just curious.
The weapons that I'm trying to recreate the damage profile of, albeit to a lesser degree, is the Elven Curved Blade and the Sawtooth Saber.
Is
Since
the Elven
both of
Curved
those-
Blade, is that the double-ended one?
No.
No. It is just a non-light finesse weapon.
Fair.
Mhm.
I guess
I'm good with loose
just
tools.
give me one check for each item you're trying to make.
Okay. What's the maximum number of items I can make in this given time period?
That's fair. I suppose for the time being, if you are working on your quote-unquote elven curve blade, that would take up a lot of your time.
Mhm.
If you were doing anything with, say, your horseshoes, you could probably do them a lot quicker, but
Yeah.
I don't think a 17 is bad. Yeah, I'd say with the work that you are making, you are able to, at the very least, get a base for the weapon you desire. It may take some more work tomorrow to get it fully functioning, but it's holding up. It's getting there.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so taking a step back, I'm going to ask Cece and or Karzarath what you plan on doing with today.
I essentially want to pick up some or upgrade my thieves' tools and possibly pick up a skeleton key. Otherwise, Karzarath is open to up for keeping CC company and helping her find her way around town.
Okay, so good thieves' tools, and then what was the other thing? Sorry,
A skeleton key
skeleton key.
essentially can open up any door, more or less. Unless the check fails, then it can't open that door.
Locksmith tools. Please, locksmith tools. Just kidding.
There actually is a locksmith in town. Okay. Yeah, the locksmith is fucking pissed at that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially want to upgrade my normal set of thieves' tools to a masterwork set.
Okay. Okay, so I have that. A masterwork set of thieves' tools would be 100 gold pieces, and you would easily be able to find your way around as you are a native of Sandpoint. Where is that? That's 9. Okay. Yeah. Volioker Bristlebird, a male dwarf. You head into this building here, behind the precinct, actually. And are greeted, of course, to Mr. Bristlebird.
Karzarath will greet him.
I realize maybe this is not the best place to get your items. Yeah, actually, being a native of Sandpoint, you would unfortunately know that this is a terrible person to visit. So you don't. Because this man hates thievery and scoundrels of all kinds. But there are a couple other general stores that you might have luck with.
Well, it's time to tap into the Thieves Guild.
There is it looks like 2 general stores. The Sandpoint Boutique, as well as just straight up the general store. You have your pick of either. Though you probably want to meet up with Vinder. You seem to get along fine with him.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, so. Different place.
Everyone's just dragging Stacey around the town.
I mean, you can take care of your errands at the same time.
Fun fact, Cece would not go with you. She's like, no, I'm fine.
Enjoying her rest. Okay, well, you head into the general store where Ven is tending to the shelves. Karzarath, I see. What you looking for right now?
Hoping to upgrade my locksmithing tools. It's a nod type thing.
Hard to get those when that one dwarf is over there. I see how it is. I guess we can work that out. And he brings up a roll of fabric out from a like box in the corner, a lock box in the corner, and puts the roll down on the counter. That's 100 gold. These do not come cheap.
Hey. Good thing we just got paid.
So do you pay up front?
I think he has some concealable these tools. A little bit more expensive, but
Ooh,
I can
weapon
afford it.
Mickey.
I'm sorry, maybe that didn't come through for me. Something more concealable?
Some concealable these tools. They're 190 instead of 100. It's still masterwork tools, but they can be concealed a lot easier.
Where is that at? I guess it's not in the core rulebook. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll get there. Common concealable masterwork. Extenders. Okay. He will take the roll and stuff it back, and then head around a door and come back with still a roll, but a smaller roll, and yeah, 190 gold pieces.
That'd be stack a coin on the table. Or a counter, or whatever.
He will tip his hat. And go back to tending to his shelves, not paying you any mind.
He's eating good tonight.
And that will be it for my shopping because going for the better stuff. Or,
Okay. Cece, back at the Rusty Dragon, how are you relaxing or spending your time?
Surprisingly, as Karsrath goes out, Cece goes out as well, but she heads the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
So the first place that she actually wants to go is she wants to find a school or an orphanage of some kind.
Mm.
Yes. Preferably a school.
Right. Well, I guess I can't exactly ask you to give me a perception check.
I just start asking people as I walk.
Okay. Give me a diplomacy.
Diplomacy? Can do that. I'm decent at that. Hebe. 17.
17.
Wow.
Okay. Well, it seems a fair thing for some strangers to give directions to a blind lady looking for a school. And actually, they tell you it's more than a school. It is a school, orphanage, and museum.
Wow.
Wow. Great. Thank you. I didn't realize I would be finding so many useful things all in one spot. Amazing. And I will hurry off in the direction that they point me to. They point me in.
All right. So you make your way to 27. Okay. This location right here, and also this location, quite tall, has a dome and 2 pillars. Pretty nearby, overall.
Okay. Yeah, I will head that way.
Yeah, and this, not that you can read, but you've been informed that this is the Tyranderock Academy.
Perfect. I will tap my way in.
Okay.
Oh, I left the sword back in my room, I'm using my walking cane. I'm not tapping around with a
I
sword in the middle of
would
the city.
imagine.
I was about to say, didn't she have a sword she was using as a cane? That would have been hilarious.
This is go
But-
into an orphanage. Hi, kids.
Hi.
Tap tap.
Yo, kids love Thor. What do you mean?
Fair.
Right.
Very fair.
Star Wars Episode 3 all over again.
Don't you start.
Nah, man, she's blind. The younglings will beat the shit out of her.
Are you sure? I think I could have an upper hand.
I don't know, man.
I have meta knowledge about that.
Kids are ruthless.
So,
Nah,
yeah.
kids ain't shit. I'll beat them up.
Yeah, I tap my
Peter
way
will
into the
mess
school.
some kids up. Mess them up.
Yeah,
Sorry. That's good.
that's okay. So you make your way in.
I will try to. If somebody doesn't come and greet me right away, I will try to grab like the nearest person to inquire about stuff.
Yeah. Yes, hello.
Hi. I'm probably at the wrong place, but this was one of the more logical places I could think of going. I am interested in trying to see if I can expand for what used to be my love of art a little further. I don't really have any way to do so, but I was wondering if you had any spare calligraphy tools or painting supplies that you may be able to donate to my cause of wanting to try to have some art in my life.
I need you to make some kind of social check, because a blind girl just asked for writing supplies.
And painting supplies.
Painting supplies. A blind girl asked for visual supplies.
Uh-huh.
So,
Can I make a justification for diplomacy, because I was not blind my entire life, so I'm not lying.
yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Gimme! Natural 20, gimme!
28.
Yeah. That's great.
I'm gonna paint so many things, guys.
Sure. I can, I probably can't, give you the, canvases at more than a sample, but,
Do you have
I'll,
a spare book? And even just a quill with maybe what I would trust you would give me is different color ink. But like even just a quill with a couple different colored inks in a book would be more than enough to suffice.
I will be right back. And, the masculine voice, leaves your presence. You can hear the, marbled halls as they walk away.
Okay.
Um,
I will tap my way to a seat or to a nearby wall and just lean against it so I'm not standing in the middle of a hallway.
The children walking the hallway just hear tap 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 wham.
But as I'm waiting, I'm like leaning against the wall and I'm closing my eyes and I'm just hearing all the sounds of kids talking, teachers teaching, maybe tours of the museum. So I'm like taking in all these sounds and it's reminding me of when I was younger and going to school. So it's kind of it's almost nostalgic to be there in our own right. So she just kind of takes in the environment for what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right. Lawyers. Takes a little bit of time. But you do hear the steps returning. At least you hope that it's the person that you know. However, it seems to be the same pattern of steps. This is really quite all that we can spare, but yes, here you are. We do appreciate abstract art. This is a black well, and this here is a blue well, and this is a green well, and that's all I could find. They were the most common ones, and we still need them for the children. And here are a few utensils and a few pieces of parchment. I don't think that we can just hand out a blank book, but there you are.
I really appreciate this. Thank you. If you can, on the blue inkwell, would you, in the parchment that's on it that's labeled, would you push very hard with something to make 2 dots, and then on the green one, would you push really hard and make 1 dot, just so I can tell the difference?
Yes, that certainly makes sense. And he will sort of pat himself and kind of, you hear a bit of a sort of scratch on the ground, and you can tell that he kind of is spinning around, just kind of thinking. And he grabs one of his own utensils, flips it around, and in the caps is going to create 2 divots in one, and 1 divot in the other, and leave the black blank.
Perfect. So I've got 2 in blue, 1 in green, and black is blank. Awesome.
I do hope that this helps. And I hope to see your art in a gallery soon. I suppose.
I wish I could see my art in gallery soon as well. And with that, I will give a big smile.
He is just unsure how to respond to that. He starts to pity laugh a little bit, and then stops and is like, have a good day, and then walks off.
Cool. With that, I will leave.
Blind girl made a blind joke. Do you laugh with or not?
If you can make
Is
jokes
trap?
about yourself, you laugh. You laugh with them. Awesome. So I've got, I just wrote down calligraphy set.
Yeah,
With
it's
3 pieces of parchment.
the ink wells are not like full. They are considerably used, but they are auxiliary anyway. So, got
Awesome.
maybe a half of black and like a third of the other two.
Awesome. I am getting these for a reason, Dieter, and I will discuss that with you in a side note later.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so second stop for Cece is she's going to stop the nearest person that she can find and ask for any sort of probably a blacksmith or like a good crafting sword place.
Freudian slip there.
Just a bit.
I'll this is separate enough to have a new diplomacy check.
Sure. Excuse me, I'm looking for a local blacksmith. 17.
You love those 17s.
I do. I do. 9's my lucky number, so I'm not too
There you
surprised that I'm
go.
rolling a lot of 9s.
Oh, well, the Red Dog Smithy is really the only blacksmith. I suppose there is also Sava's Armory. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. If you do go to the Red Dog Smithy, though, I would recommend being quick and not requesting too much.
We're working that guy.
Any particular reason why?
He has a short fuse and little patience.
Oh,
We tend to like keeping him on his anvil, holding a hammer.
I see. So, get in, make your order, give specs, get out.
Pretty much.
I see. Thank you for your help. I appreciate it. I do not want to inquire of any more of your time, but if I stay on this side of the road, how far and where are my turns?
Yes, of course. I guess I'll have to not think about this by street signs. And then they will give some generic instructions. It's not actually too difficult as basically what you are doing is going from this marketplace up the street completely, and then off to the side is the smithy.
Perfect. I will find that with relative ease. So, and I will happily tap my way up to the shop and let myself inside. Depending on what time I roll in, is there anybody that I know that's there?
It Vera, what's your sleep schedule look like?
That's a good question. Well, let's see. He sleeps in late.
Okay. In that case, Cece, give me a percentile.
Sure. How about a 49? Almost 50.
Yeah. Well, you recognize. I guess he isn't super talkative, but you do recognize the voice of Ver as Ver. You have come to pick up your
Sword.
masterwork sword.
She might also, if she got close enough, notice that Hope is saddled, or Hope is tied out front.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Cece, you make your way in, and you can hear Ver gushing over his new,
This
quite
is wonderful. This is wonderful workmanship, sir.
I walk
know.
in, tap, 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 smack, and I hit Vera in the back of the calf.
Dink!
Dink.
Right off my pauldron, or my sabatons.
Just smack, ting, and I'm
Um,
like shaking from the recoil. Ah!
Cece, give me a perception check.
Perception, sure. Perception. Public. 16.
Okay. 16. Despite what you assume to be the man in charge, Das Corvut, sounds like he has some. Like, this is not a one-man business, as there is some hammering continuing to go on in the back of the smithy, despite him being up at the front dealing with Ver.
Huh. That's
I
odd.
turn around, almost run into Cece.
Almost chop through her neck.
Swinging
No,
the sword.
whoa, no. It's on my back.
Okay.
I'm saying goodbye. I've got other places to go, but now I see. Oh, well, if it isn't the little princess.
Hello, Sir Knight. How are you?
Oh, I'm just smashing. Thank you. I've acquired a new sword.
A new sword. That's wonderful.
Yeah, you want to see it? Oh, wait.
Can I feel it?
Yes. Yes, you can. It's fine steel. I'll guide your hand so you're certain not to cut your hand.
Yo, out of contact, this sounds disgusting.
The
So
blacksmith's like, hold on, I need to make sure you're not messing with this blind girl.
yeah. So any rate, grab your hand. Let you touch the awesome sword.
Wow.
And Ver, you do have to admit that the craftsman on this, it produces a clean edge and everything is shiny. It's
Oh, for sure.
it's balanced really well, and it does have that +1 for masterwork. So, you know.
Yeah. So it's got a total of a +1 in attack and 1 in damage.
Just in attack so far, it is just masterwork.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's later today. I'm gonna get some magic put on it. What do you think about that?
That's amazing. Oh, I wonder if I could put magic on people. Oh.
We can. I mean, if you want to talk to this guy who's gonna enchant it for me, maybe you could find out what the requirements are.
I appreciate that. But I have found that those who study within the levels of the scholar don't really appreciate those who get their magic like I did.
Well then, you force them to give it to you. They do not want to give it to you, so you take it from them.
Oh, Sir Knight, we don't fight innocent people. We just fight the bad guys.
No, what I mean a social battle, princess.
Oh, I'd be pretty good at that. Anyway,
Yes.
anyway, I don't want to take up too much of this guy's time. So, my thought was to take this and I like swing up my my cane, and my walking stick, and try to get something like this, but something that has a sword, like the sword you gave me inside of it. And I'm wondering if this guy can do that. Because it would be nice to be able to walk around but still have something to protect myself. And as soon as I say that to Vera, I turn to the blacksmith and I say, "Can you do that?"
I think so.
It doesn't have to be this particular one, but I do need a walking stick or a cane or something. But if it could have like a hidden, you know, kind of lighter weight sword so I can protect myself in case somebody tries to rob me and my knight's not here, I think that's a good idea. He's teaching me how to swing a sword. It's been difficult.
You're picking it up quickly.
I'm trying. I really am.
Just hot quick. Safely assuming I am the second person working in the shop, could I roll something?
Yes, you are.
To hear everything.
And yes, you can.
My working.
Yes. And yes, you are, and yes, you can. Perception.
Damn!
He heard the things we were talking about before
yeah.
he was even here.
I heard you walk up to the place with your horse and the walking stick.
Yeah, you hear the frustratingly high, sexually tensed conversation that they had.
Okay, I'm making mental notes while I am throwing some cogs together and putting extra barrels on the pistol.
Mm-hmm. Circle back to CC and Vare.
What would it take to create something like that? I mean, time and money, honestly.
Vare is nodding his head and stroking his chin.
I have like made my way to the counter and I just picture Vare like right behind me, like double my size in both height and width, just listening to the conversation.
Yep, just looking down intently at the both of y'all. Yes, how much would that cost? That's an interesting question.
Typing it in. He goes to his keyboard and puts on his glasses.
Deal with it.
It costs money and time.
Ooh. I suppose I could fit a blade in there. I've never done so before, but I've I think I could make something like that.
It doesn't have to be this particular walking stick. It just needs to be, and she kind of like measures herself. She's like, it needs to be just about like yay high and just lightweight enough that I can carry it and hold it and work it. I can't carry something like what he has on his back. That's just not going to work for me.
All right, well, it will take a little bit of trying. But I'd call it about I'd say 50 gold for the final product plus a bit of trial and error. Actually, that's the cost. So I should say 100 gold.
100 gold? But the original cost was 50.
Cost to make it.
Yeah, if you already made it, then you can just give it to me, right?
Well, I haven't made it.
Well, if you make it, it's only 50 gold.
And I turn a profit. If you would like to actually affect this, you can make checks. Or barter some other things with it.
Well, I also have I have a sword.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I have 2 swords,
You do?
actually. I left I left the one that you gave me fair back at the inn. I didn't want to carry it with me around town. I figured that people might think it was weird.
Perhaps.
It-
Shall we run back to the inn and get your sword?
I don't think running's a good idea for me, but I can walk.
You know I have hope. We don't have to run anywhere.
I best
Right.
advise you to do that. Otherwise, you aren't getting your sword cane.
Okay, well, if I can provide you with a sword, then 50 gold.
Then we'll see. And he walks to the back and starts banging away at something.
Cool. I
All right,
will
let's
turn
roll.
around and hurry with Bear back to the inn.
Right. Yeah, so we do that.
I totally have to keep double checking that these things are cost and not price, and there's a difference between those two, and markets, and
Right.
So Dieter, at
yes.
one point, Cece picked up what I have labeled in her gear as 20 coins. I think that was one of the rooms we were looting, and I ended up just grabbing 20 coins, but I didn't write down what the 20 coins were. Were they silver pieces?
That's a fair assessment.
Okay.
With no other indicators of what is what or where it came from.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just remember it was in one of the rooms that we were looting, and I was able to grab 20 coins before we had to rush out of there.
Yeah.
But we just said coins, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure they were silver. I'm like, I don't think they were gold. Yeah. So as soon as Fair leads me to Hope, I like, I like struggle and get on the back of her.
I lift her up, of course.
Whee!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
And we get back to it.
Yeah.
Like, back to we got the sword, so we're going back to the blacksmith.
I guess that depends on what you'd like to do. If you're doing Cece's things, then yes, back to the blacksmith.
Yeah, we're gonna take care of what she needs to do at the blacksmith. Then I'm gonna head to the enchanter.
Yep.
Go back and.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I will give him the War Chief's short sword.
Oh yeah. Which I believe is masterwork.
There was a debate on that, whether it was masterwork or not.
I can go check right now.
Because if it's masterwork, yes,
Yeah.
that would be rad.
Oh.
That hunt.
Oh? What am I running around with? That sounded like a positive O.
It's not well, it is masterwork. It's +1. I don't think you
snap.
guys ever took a look at it, which is why you never figured out that it was a +1. But yeah, you have a +1 short sword.
You can get a freaking rad sword cane.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm carrying it in, so I have no idea what it is. I carry it.
Bears get now that he's actually considering the blade. He definitely knows there's something about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well,
Fair for fair.
I have this sword, and I will place it very gingerly down on the table. It is my
Well,
princess sword too. You take good care of it.
Short sword certainly has more applications.
Would it be fair to say that I've cut your work in half?
I can give you your sword cane.
Really?
And what else can you give her?
A pat on the back.
That's a pretty good sword.
And she'll get a good sword in return.
Okay.
If there's any piece of the sword left over, will you just form it into a circular shape for me so I can wear it as a bracelet?
Excuse me, Missy. I'm not gonna break down this sword. This is going for sale again.
Oh.
Yes, for quite a sum.
Well, why can't
If I don't miss
I
my
make a
guess.
profit.
Why can't he? Why can't? She like looks up at Bear, very confused, and she goes, "Why can't he just make that into my cane sword? It would hit harder, right?"
It doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, Princess. Otherwise, I would not be taking so much time.
Oh, that's a bummer.
But we can see what we can do.
All right, I will turn back to the guy and say, "So
Oh
it's,
man, damn it!
so
I
it's a
wish I
trade.
would have known that it was a +1.
So it's a trade across the board then."
Yeah. Listen, little Missy, you want any trinkets, any feely things that you like on your canes?
Ooh.
Perhaps a couple of flowers.
Some flowers. Can you do the design of a cave? And put flowers on the outside of the cave?
I could try my best.
Could that be the handle?
Sure.
Great.
And a nice fine leather strap to keep it attached to her wrist.
Yes, I can do that.
Yes, please.
Would that be what you would like?
Yes, that would be very helpful.
Nice and soft leather, of course.
Well, I'd hope
Right?
so. Yeah. I'm gonna be wearing it on my wrist all the time. I'm blind. Did you forget that? Like, it needs to be soft.
Right.
It
yeah.
won't be hardened leather.
Sturdy though, please.
And he picks out a notebook seemingly, and scratches down with a charcoal pencil a few things that he needs, eyeing up Cece. Okay. I'll have it by tomorrow.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
And he
So
takes
much
the
meta rage right
short
now.
sword back into his inventory.
Yeah, I will practically skip out of the blacksmith. I'm so happy. And as I'm doing it, I'm like thanking Bear over and over and over again.
No problem, Princess. Now, let's go and see this old dude.
Oh, I've got stuff. I've got other stuff that I need to do. But you go have fun talking to Weird Magic Man.
All right. See you later.
See you at dinner. And I will stop a nearby person and ask for directions to a general store.
Sure.
Okay.
Unless Bear knows where one is, because you'd probably overhear me asking, because I'm not a quiet person.
I don't. Do I? I don't got no knowledge.
You're not a local, so I don't
Right.
think so.
Yeah, sorry. I'm not sure. Maybe if there's one on the way, or if you want to just come with me, then we could go to one afterwards. I don't. It's up to you.
You know, it may not be a bad idea.
All
As long
right,
as we
well,
can be quick from the Magic Man, because they get kind of grumpy when they meet somebody who's magically
Well, I
inclined
reckon it's
within
not going to
study
be
magic.
I reckon it's not going to be an Alakazam thing, so it should be real quick. I'll just drop off this fine piece of metal. Ugh, it's beautiful. All right, so yeah, we're off.
Yep, I will
Okay.
probably be hoisted back onto the horse again.
Yep,
Okay.
Bloop.
I'll let you ride in front, cause sword.
Because
Which task are you doing first?
I'm gonna. I mean, well, that depends. Do I see a general store anywhere near here?
Based on where you would have come out of and where you are heading, no, there is not a general store that you can see within your sights right about now.
Well, then I'm just gonna head to the magic shop, real quick.
Okay.
And if there's anything on the way, then we can stop on the way. But if I get there, then we do it, and then we
Okay.
diplomacy.
Well, it looks like pretty much right across the street from the Rusty Dragon is the Sandpoint Boutique.
Good luck, princess. You can go on in there and get your business done. I don't got anything to talk to that guy about in the general store. So I'm just gonna drop off the sword, and then we can go back to the inn or whatever.
okay, great. So meet back here in
Okay.
like 5 minutes.
Sure.
Okay. And we will
Okay,
part ways.
so yeah, Cece first.
Sure.
There is heading off with Hope, and in front of you, which is 41, this building right here. Also, this building is the Sandpoint Boutique. This large boutique and shop sells all manners of clothing, weapon, toys, artwork, books, and tools imported from throughout the world. Although most of its wares are Varisian in nature.
Wonderful. I will tap my way to the counter. Am I greeted by anybody? Because if not, I'm just going to start shouting, "Hello!"
There would be a jingle at the door, a bell. Sorry. There is... Well, there is a feminine voice that calls out, "Welcome, come in."
Hello. Hi.
And, yeah.
Hi. I am a local adventurer, and I am looking for particularly a healer's kit, if you happen to have one. My party likes to get hurt. A lot.
Oh, is that so?
Yes. Very much so. And the way she responds and the way like her whole mannerisms as she gets to the counter was like she's very exhausted because you guys pull a lot of magic from her to keep you guys alive. Anything
Sorry, I had a
with some
surprise call going on.
Good... Oh, no worries.
Healer's kit. Let me see if I can... I suppose this would be herbal items, and over here would be some tools, so maybe... Oh man, come on. Frickin' search. Okay, well, what I have here, and she will set down a box, isn't very heavy, so it doesn't make a huge sound, but she sets it down, is a fine healer's kit of bandages and medicinal herbs.
Oh, wonderful.
Each healer's kit is 50 gold pieces.
Okay. And you wouldn't happen to have a backpack, would you?
Oh, I can get you a backpack.
That would be wonderful. I am one of the few within my party who does not have one, and I kind of need one. And she pulls out, she pulls out the calligraphy set that she has and one empty potions bottle, and she's like, I'm getting a little tired of trying to shuffle these around.
Oh my, I see. Well, we do have, simple backpacks. They would only run you 2 gold pieces.
Do you have non-simple backpacks?
We don't have incredible backpacks, but, we have a carrier pack. It has a reinforced metal and an additional pouch.
Is it heavy?
The
Not very strong.
common bag is 2 pounds and the carrier bag is 5 pounds. It's a bit heavier.
I will take the common bag, but the carrier bag is good to know. I have other members of my party that may be interested in something like that. I don't carry much. I don't need much, so the smaller bag would probably suffice. And do you happen to have any healing potions at all?
Oh. I suppose I should take a look. And she scuttles around to see what else she has. And after searching around, she comes back and says, "I'm so sorry. I don't have any potions available for you, but it's possible that that the Feathered Serpent might have some for you.
Is that where Ver just went?
Yeah, that is where Ver is.
Oh no. Her head just kind of hangs, and she goes, "Do you happen to have any empty bottles?"
I have a few.
Is there any
Catching
chance that I
fairies.
might be able to purchase 4 of those?
Sure. I don't think bottles are too outrageous.
I think there's something like 5 copper. Could be
Something
wrong.
like that.
I've actually got the thing pulled up. Let me just bottle.
I don't.
Let's see. Go. Equipment. Oh, oops. Goods and services. What it was.
We're just bottles.
Battles.
Bottles.
Bottles. Furniture and gear. Gotta be around here someplace, damn it.
Oh, glass bottle, 2 gold pieces.
Jesus.
It is still glass. Flask, however, is 3 copper pieces. I wonder if...
I'll take the 2. You said 2 gold pieces per bottle? Is
yes.
that right? Yeah, I'll take.
Yes.
If she has 4 of those, I'll take 4 of those at 2 gold pieces each.
She would have 4, so 8 gold pieces on top of that.
Okay. So
Stocking up for next level when you can get that feat.
basically. Yeah, so I will kind of feel at everything that's on the table and say, okay, I hope you have please have a tremendous amount of patience with me. And I kind of begrudgingly reach into my bag and I set down a bag that is just filled with copper pieces. And I say, I understand that this is hard to believe, but there is 19 gold pieces worth of copper pieces in this bag. Myself and my allies all counted out and broke out our coins evenly. This is how much I have in there. So I will hand her a 1,858 copper pieces. And then I will pull out all of my silver pieces, which is 643, and say there's roughly 66 gold pieces worth of silver in here. So if you could make me change of 25 gold pieces or give me 25 gold pieces worth of silver out of this, I would greatly appreciate it.
You hear, like, a polite and quick chuckle, or like, and gives you the 25 gold or whatever was left over, and helps you shuffle your items quickly into your backpack, and please remember that there are other general stores. Your patronage. Goodbye now.
All right, goodbye. And I will leave, and I will walk directly across the street to where Vera is and open up the door. Very begrudgingly not wanting to go there.
I don't think you know where it is yet.
He said it was directly
But-
across the street.
And Hope
Oh.
is tethered
Across.
outside, so
Across from the Rusty Dragon, the magic shop is a little ways down.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so then I will just wait out in front of the store for Bear.
Okay.
oh, I misunderstood myself.
Yeah, I
so-
thought they were directly across the street, which is why I was like, oh,
That's okay.
wait back here.
Right. Yeah. So
It's still
and-
close enough.
yeah,
but,
for
yeah.
sure. I could just get my business with him done real quick.
Okay. Yeah. So you make your way around, and he is present.
Wait till you
Oh,
see this piece of work.
I do say it is a mighty fine and mighty great sword, much like
There's
your
gotta
other
be,
one.
There's got to be something higher than great, like exceptional. I'll workshop
Fantastic?
that. I'll workshop that.
Yes, you do that. I will say, and this will be split with with the blacksmith,
Mm-hmm.
but seeing as we have received a mighty fine enchant sword to come with it, your total
Oh boy. Here we go.
will come to around 600 gold pieces.
Oh, well, you just broke my heart. I can pay you a down payment and write you an IOU, but I've got 150 to my name right now. So either you let me do a layaway, he smiles, or I have to wait.
Okay, I can see that you're roughly telling the truth, but I thought you
I definitely
got
am. I have like
some-
150 bucks right now.
did you not get any?
I traded it all. I traded it on Hero Lab,
Oh,
and it came out to about me having like 200.
Well, I suppose I could hold on to it until you have that 600 gold.
Well, I mean, perhaps I'll have to wait. I mean, I could indeed pay you this down payment.
If you are willing to give me that 150, I would be willing to cast the enchantment.
And I will, and I am good for it. I'll come back.
Yes, it seems you are quite fond of fantastic swords.
Yes. And so I'll hand him the rest of my cash.
All right.
So I'll just.
It looks like 181, or I don't know if that's already outdated.
That's after. That's before I handed 30 to him, to the blacksmith.
Right.
So.
So yeah, 150. Okay.
Yep, 150 it is. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the exact number in just a second.
Sure.
Because I'm gonna give him all my money, regardless. Oh, it looks like I'm at 147 gold. So, here you go. Thanks. And so come back tomorrow again.
Well,
Or-
the enchantment will take a few days.
All right. Couple days, and I'll see about earning up some money to pay you more within those couple of days.
I would appreciate it.
I still got my old sword, so I could do something. Okay. So now, I would go back and get her after I give him all my money,
Right.
and
And she is patiently waiting outside.
I say, "Hey, Cece."
Hmm?
I announce myself.
Oh, hi. How'd it go?
Well, I'm now in debt, but the long and the short of it is I'm gonna have a magical sword. Are you ready to go back to the inn?
You're in debt? What do you
Oh,
mean
I
you're in
only
debt?
had 150 gold. He wanted 600 for what I needed.
Oh. Well, here. And she will dig into her bag and pull out the 22 gold pieces that she has and offer it to you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Your kindness overwhelms me, princess. And he bows. So, did you want to go back to the inn, or?
Yeah. Yeah, don't really think there's anything
Oh.
else so I need to do.
Okay.
I think I got everything.
Alright.
Yeah, unless there's somewhere else you need to stop.
Oh no, I'm done for the day. I can spend no more money.
Well, I mean, you just got 22 gold.
Oh yeah, that's true. Do you want to? Do we want to eat at the inn, or do you want to see if there's someplace better, or what?
Sure, I've never been here before. I just came here because the gods told me to come, so it'd be kind of nice to see what else the town has to offer outside of the saviors.
All right. Well, then we're gonna look for an inn that isn't ours.
Find
All right.
food. Mission food.
Okay.
Yeah, and I suppose we could probably switch to other characters now.
Yeah. But we will get back to that.
Sweet.
I suppose that would be appropriately Artanis and Dedrin. Dedrin, you're working away. You kind of have your task ahead of you. Artanis,
Yes.
well, guess you guys also are.
We're just
I
having
think-
arts and crafts hour.
Pretty much. You guys are, you're doing more arts and crafts. Dedrin is doing hardcore arts and special crafts. I imagine at some points you're both like using hammers at the same time.
I got
It's
some.
just the
goggles.
montage.
Yeah, it's the movie montage where the camera shots make us look way more beefy than we actually are.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever seen like Cobra Kai, it's like that juxtaposition of like calm working, like next to the ocean side, like seagulls overhead, and like the fiery heat and smoke inside the blacksmith.
Yeah.
It goes from that to Dwayne the Rock Johnson at a blacksmith. I'm working with a hammer and some goggles.
Got some
Pointy ears.
goggles
Beef
on
sweat.
Dedrin, and it's like the Iron Man metal going on in the background as you're pounding away, and then cut to blue skies and seagulls and a light, nice soft song, and Artanis is like looking at an instrument, kind of confused, and then it's like, I can use it like this, and then goes and bats at his garbage, and then back to the metal. Yeah. Unless you two have some other thing you would like to do at the moment, you guys are kind of set.
Yep.
Karzrath, did you have any secondary tasks?
Oh, not really. Because I only had so much money and basically went towards the better gear.
Right. Okay.
Brother, tell me about it.
Well,
Like, at least help us with better lockpicking and disable device checks. So
yes.
another Carl incident.
I would like to ask, Ver, how much did you pay as a down payment in total?
147.
Okay.
He remembers that.
Yes. 453 to go.
Yep. Now I'm in debt in Pathfinder too. Oh, to only be $600 in the hole.
453.
Too real.
Yeah, for reals. Well, that's even less. And that would be even better.
This is going to be interesting once your two little groups finally meet. But anyway, the rest of the day goes by fairly uneventfully. Yeah, you are able to rest and relax. You start healing up fully, and wounds are fading. You had a full day of rest.
That means we heal 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
Which means 16 HP. Oh, damn. I forgot to put in the HPs.
Anyone who isn't healed would get cure wounds at the end of the night to help get back their HP.
Right.
For sure.
Of course.
So I would say probably within like the first 2 days we would all probably be back at max HP again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, easily.
By today, easily.
Yeah. And the channels and stuff like that, so. I would make everybody drink tea with me. To do the channel. Just because I want to picture Bear holding the tea.
Yeah. Yep. It's the old pinky and thumb tip of it. Like and just pinky out, of course.
Yep, you don't understand. If we're not in battle, like this is how I have to do it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm perfectly happy to drink the tea.
You don't know magic.
Right. Ver knows that very well about himself. Which if he did, he might have told you that sword would you had a lot more bargaining power with that.
Yeah.
But role playing, we didn't know.
So, at the end of the day, sun is setting. You're very hungry, Dedrin, but your modifications have been made, and I can say that you have a non-masterwork pepper box.
Nice.
Whether or not you'd like to make it masterwork would require another day's work.
I thought that was assumed because I was doing 2 days worth of work for the masterwork.
Oh yeah, right. We did already
because you gave me the total of it all. Yeah.
Okay. Artanis.
I put everything correctly in. I'm sure you could probably check after me.
You should have. Artanis, you would also return to Gorvy's shack on the second day.
Finish up any necessary work.
Yeah. If I could get one more craft as far as finishing up and finalizing your swords.
Not as great.
Not as great.
Luckily, that's
Um,
like one of the lowest rolls I could get. I guess.
Yeah. I suppose it will need some tweaking later, and you recognize it, but you are... Yeah, just don't put a lot of stress on them until you get some more work in.
Okay.
But you do have them.
Okay.
They are accessible, but they can also break.
So they have like the fragile
I think that's
condition?
fair.
Okay.
I think fragile condition is fair.
Okay.
So that is how you spend your day 2. Dedrin, that's also how you spend your day 2.
As far as the weapon that I was going to turn into, that light mace that we were discussing, that's just
Mhm.
folded paper. Can I say I got that fine?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That
All right. So I'll use
you
that in the
don't-
meantime.
if you don't already have that as is, you would be able to jerry-rig it within less than half an hour.
Okay. I'll work with that. And the horseshoes are just horseshoes anyway.
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. So second day means that Vera, your sword's enchantment is underway.
Mm-hmm.
I guess CC, Karzarath, and Ver, we know what Artanis and Dedrin are doing, but what are you doing?
I would like to make a wisdom check to do a profession, if I have one.
Oh,
I don't think I have
yeah.
one. I want to guard. I want to work. I'll even work out in the field. I don't care.
Yeah. Someone would be able to pick you up, especially with those arms.
I might get bored though.
Nah, you'd find some fishing or market jobs, or you might get hired by Gorvy to do his work and run around collecting but yeah, you'd be able to do a profession check, I think.
Profession. What would that? That's a wisdom roll, and it's not trained. So my wisdom is like something like a +2, I think.
I thought everyone had trained, or well, class skill, not
I just
necessarily
haven't
trained.
put any points in
Yeah.
it.
Right.
I might do that with my next 2 skill points. Might. Probably put it into ride though, not gonna lie. Yeah, wisdom. So it's a +1. Let me just do a wisdom roll to see how my work goes.
Mm-hmm.
1d20 +1. 13.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's not difficult to do the work that you are doing.
Probably not gonna hoist a lot of money though.
No, probably not. Untrained laborers and assistants earn an average of 1 silver piece per day. So,
Silver piece. Awesome.
roll me 1d4 -1.
Alrighty. Come on, big money. 4. Oh, dang it.
All right.
I rolled a die. I should roll on the computer.
I mean, that's okay. I can take that.
Alright.
3 silver. You did a good job. You did a lot of work.
Yeah, flex. I'm gonna figure out some other way to get money. Flex.
So that's your day.
Yep.
Um,
Blue collar.
I assume that at this point, Dedrin is going to be happy with his work. Um, um, would anyone else have anything to do today?
I don't know if it'd be considered profession or if I could get away with doing a religion role, but if I wanted to try to like set up a street corner like crystal ball reading area, could I try to do that?
I mean, you absolutely can. Probably within the market, and I'd maybe make you do a performance check or a bluff check, perhaps, depending on how you'd like to run it.
Her idea just made me think of something I would totally could see doing. Shovel game. Using my sleight of hand to just scam people out of money.
I guess she would legitimately try to reach out to the gods that have touched her and see if they had any advice for the person in front of them.
Okay.
But if no one contacts her, can I do a sense motive and maybe tell the person what they want to hear?
That would also be applicable, yes. I guess for you, the first check I would have you do is charisma to see if you can reach out. Like a straight charisma, but otherwise, yes, sense motive.
Okay, so this is trying to get people to come to me, essentially.
Yeah.
Come one, come all. Have a crystal ball reading by somebody who is blind. Tell your friends, tell your family that you had the most unique experience ever. 23.
Yeah, there are already people around, and you certainly are interesting, so they would gather round, and if you aren't going directly for sense motive, a raw charisma to tap into the weave once again and try to, see how their deity may react.
Okay.
Depending on story.
Yeah, so my pattern would be charisma to try to touch base with the deity. If I can't, I go to sense motive. So.
Pretty much.
10.
You wave your hands around and you conjure up your knowledge and your connection, and you can't find anything yet. Maybe it's time to roll a sense motive.
Fuck.
And you get the sense that this individual in front of you is going to have a wonderful day with their destinies to have a good day off with their partner. And that is the sense motive that you get up.
Well,
then I'll let you.
I am happy to say, dear one, that you are going to have a good day. A good day. It will be relaxing, it will be enjoyable, and I wish you all the best.
And then the complete opposite happens to them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And the anvil falls out of the sky as they're walking away.
It says Agate on it.
Yeah. They just walk away in a huff. Clearly some. Yeah, absolutely, Dejin. Clearly some stuff has happened and some stuff is going to happen, and there's no way in hell they're having a good day.
So, if I'm like close enough to hear this with my little shell game, I'm gonna like call out to that person. The guy said, "You sir, you look like you're rather lucky. Care to try your hand?"
Yeah, not likely. And he shoves his way past you.
Can I try one more person and then I'll be done?
The funny thing is, I was going to use sleight of hand to like make him win a round. Like,
Yeah, you wouldn't trust that.
do you want me to roll?
Yeah. CC, you go ahead and do your allotment, and this is going to be for one person, but it will be in general for the day or for a couple hours or so.
Sure.
So
19 to touch base with
charisma,
the universe.
okay, and then sense motive as well. I just want to see that.
You betcha. 17. Much better.
Okay. You don't hear the words coming from the deities themselves, but occasionally you feel a touch from Desna, and she is quite happy and yields good fate and rebirth, renewal, opportunities to the people that that come to you, and the 17 for sense motive when no real connection has occurred. Overall, you believe it or not, the blind girl messes up a couple times, but overall is able to get a little more conversation going before the reading and get a little more understanding of the circumstances that your patrons are in, and usually tell them a reasonable fortune for them, and so with that being said, you raise throughout the day wow. You know what? I'm not gonna dice it. About 18 copper and 7 silver.
All right.
People are very into understanding this is a
Not bad.
more religious inclined society, and it's just interesting. So a couple copper here and there, a few silver from some more interested people.
Cool. And that will be a pattern that I do in my spare non RP time with the group.
Right.
So
And Vare's gonna drop like 5 more gold off at Homeboy.
Walking it back. We're getting there.
Yeah. Yes, I'm showing my good faith.
Hmm. Okay. Karzrath, you go ahead and I suppose roll sleight of hand if you were going to be doing your 3 cups the whole day.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Guess I'll.
Occasionally letting someone win just to like show that it's not a scam, but it's totally a scam.
That's just part of the scam.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, a couple people through blind luck, because even if you swap the beads around, someone who isn't following very well is bound to find them eventually.
Yeah.
So, you do lose a bit of your earnings, but I would say,
But keep it looking good.
over the day, you make about 10 silvers worth. Some people are just really, really into making you lose. They don't want to lose, they want to win, and they've spent a bit, and just some other individuals, and come sundown for day 2 of rest and relaxation, there you,
If I end up seeing one of the 2 newbies walking through, I'd challenge them to a game as well.
probably not. They're kind of busy wandering around and doing
things.
weapon creation things. There, your fantastic sword is minorly enchanted. It is being held. And yeah. So that is the end of day 2. Everyone is absolutely, definitely healed by now, especially because of CC. You have a wonderful time sleeping and wandering about Sandpoint and smelling the salty air. Let's see. Day 3. Okay.
Are there any bounties?
Gosh,
I need some serious money.
Yeah.
What about like a fighting pit?
Actually, that's interesting.
And above all, I aim to be interesting.
And well, oh gosh, I like that. Okay. You it's not a fighting pit, but you managed to stumble upon a certain pot of money.
Oh,
Over here, a certain tavern on the boardwalk, or the Hagfish, where while the Rusty Dragon may have adventurous, fun individuals, this is a little bit even more popular, though, with more haggard fishermen and gamblers, as well as being known for its seafood meals.
I love it already.
Yes, it's quite sketchy.
Well, I need money. I'm broke.
What you notice as you walk in is that a lot of these fishermen are gathered around, and they are watching a man try to down a tankard of some fluid, and they're cheering for him to go and down it, and before he even gets halfway, he just vomits all across the floor, and cheers and laughs cry out, and you get a slap on your shoulder, which admittedly is pretty high up, but you turn around and you see a one-legged man, and he is a human, and he looks at you with looks like a slightly beat up face. He says, "Yorgi Quinn, haven't seen you around. Why don't you buy a drink? Or you can pay to have a drink of that." And you see that this tank with a board on top of it with a knife carved in, says Nora.
Creepy.
If you can down a swig of Nora's tank, you get everything that's in that pot. And then he points off to the side where there's a column of 28 names of all the people in 10 years that have been able to succeed. And you can see, while
Oh shit, it's on.
it is silver, there is a pretty hefty bag.
I see.
And if you walk over, you will notice that this Nora is a hagfish.
Oh shit.
Cost
much-
just silver to try to down a pint.
Flip over one of the silvers I made from working. And I step on over to the hagfish's tank.
A new challenger. This tall and shade-skinned fellow is going to attempt Nora's bet. Fuck, I don't know. I had better words, but they didn't come. Nora's bet.
Fair.
Yeah?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go to it. So I will roll a fortitude.
Most certainly. Uh,
Wonderful.
you get a cup of water, and it's thick and slimy,
How's that?
and
18? 18 work for you? Hmm?
and you can already smell it. But you're determined to get that pot,
Yeah, I am.
and you start to down it, and oh god, that is a terrible taste, but you're gonna get through it, and you're getting through it, and maybe you can actually do this. And then just something inside of you hits, and your iron stomach suddenly becomes paper,
Oh, goddamn.
and you blow all of the hagfish water, and there are cheers from the people around you.
Do I feel bad? Do I feel like shit?
Yes, you do.
Damn it. Such a shitty roll. I suppose I couldn't possibly attempt it again, could I?
I mean, you always could, though. Here's the thing. I'll make you, if you want to retry again immediately, a will save.
Just
You can take
use
some
it-
time and then do it again, or you can try it right now
How
with
much?
will
Okay,
save.
I'll take a regular ass ale.
All right. That only costs like 2 copper or something like that.
Right. I'm gonna try that again, man. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Please try it again.
Fuck that. I'm going for it. I drink to get the taste out of my mouth.
Yeah. And
And burp a whole bunch.
probably takes you like at least 2 cups of ale, but you manage to wash it away enough that it's out of your system without needing like a will check.
Another silver goes down.
And they all take a look at you, expecting the same result. Ooh,
There you go.
all right. Okay. This time, you're expecting it. It's slime. It's thick water, and it tastes terrible. But you manage to get down to the bottom of your mug, and you slam it down, and your eyes are closed, and your entire body is clenching. And it's gone very quiet.
I just raise my hand up. And just let out this burp.
It's a bit more than a burp, but
I don't vomit enough to lose.
no, actually, and I'd say a 22 is fair enough for you to collect your pot,
Beautiful.
and I'll list that as
It's all going to somebody else.
uh,
Need my sword, man.
let's say 236 silver. It's a hefty pouch, but it is just silver.
Ah, okay. Nice. I made some money.
Still 23 gold.
Shitload of money. Okay, compared
And,
to working in the field, like